I should double check that. Hey y'all, it's Lindsay and it's Wellness Wednesday week 39. As always, let's start with the scale. Last week I weighed in at 147.0 and this week it was 147.0. Wow, another week of just maintenance. And I think there were a few factors for this week. And I know that I come at you saying that there are always reasons. There's always reasons, and it's not that big of a deal if you didn't gain or if you didn't lose weight, blah, blah, blah. And isn't that just what we tell ourselves? But then the moment that we lose weight, we're all like, oh my goodness, it's amazing. Da, 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 da. No, I'm pretty sure that if we're just bouncing around within the same like 1 pound range, it's not that special and it could very well be water weight. This past week was a little bit higher on the stress meter for me personally. Lauren turned 1 yesterday, which is mind-blowing. That's kind of just been like hovering over our heads. We had a big birthday party for her. We had my mom and my dad's parents come into town, and that in and of itself is a lot of work. I enjoy having family come to stay with us, but for a solid week, I am not on edge, but I'm just like, always on, and there's minimal rest because I don't know why, because there's just extra people in the house, so there's extra things to have to get done, and there's extra food to prepare, there are extra things to come up with to do, and it's a lot more work. Yeah, that was exhausting. And like I said, I'm glad that they came, but I'm also very glad that we're back to our normal rhythm and routine. And while they were all here, I was able to stay on my Trim Healthy Mama plan very well. And I know Pearl and Serene talked about like, no more of this on plan, off plan business. None of this, none of this. And I was like, I'm still going to say that I'm on plan or off plan. And I'm still going to say that whenever I eat sugar, it's off plan. And because of Lauren's birthday party, we made, my mom made just like some white cupcakes and some chocolate cupcakes, and for all the kids. And then I had made a lemon pound cake that was supposed to be like a Starbucks lemon pound cake copycat, but sugar-free, low-carb, high-fat type of a thing. And that was pretty good. The glaze, I botched it. So I wound up with really thick glaze. It was more like an icing as opposed to a glaze. And it just was way, way too lemony, and I love lemon. So if it was too lemony for me, that's saying something. The day after Lauren's birthday party, everybody left. Jared had to go on a trip, and my mom left with my grandparents, so it was just me and the girls, and it was just kind of a lounge around the house kind of a day, do nothing, stay in your jammies kind of thing, and I wound up giving in to, I didn't eat any of the cupcakes at the party. I was super, diligent with only eating the lemon cake. And then as soon as everybody was gone, it was like the girls asked if they could have one of the cupcakes that were left over, and I said, sure. And it was Lauren, I was letting her have a little bit as well, and I was like, this is such a mess. And I know what sugar does to my body, but I just don't care. I'm just going to eat this because it's a mess and it's in my hand already, and there we go. So yeah, I had a cupcake, and I know better, but I'm such an impulsive decision maker, and I stick to the decision once it's made kind of a thing. And so that's what I did. I was like, it's in my hand. I'm deciding to eat this piece. It was what it was. And I'm sure that I could have actually lost weight this week because we didn't have any evening snacks. We didn't have a lot of grazing throughout the day. We were very much so like breakfast, lunch, dinner, that's it. And so I think that really was beneficial to me. But then as soon as everybody was gone and it was just me and the girls, it was kind of back to the whole grazing mentality. So that's something I could definitely improve on my own. So there's that. And then this past week has just been a series of somewhat unfortunate events. I scuffed up the bumper on my car. I managed to, I was making my Oreo skinny chocolate in the kitchen, and I went to go, I had my canister of my black cocoa powder in one hand, and I was going to scoop out and measure into my blender so that I could blend it up. And for some reason, I don't know if it was my dexterity was off or I just wasn't thinking, hold on to this container, Lindsay, or what, but I just dropped it. Just dropped it. And I wound up wasting like half a cup of black cocoa powder. And it's not expensive, but to me it's like black gold. So the bumper, the cupcake, the black cocoa powder spillage. And then today I was sitting here making my Trim Healthy Mama chai latte here, and it's delicious. But as I was putting the mix into my mug, and I had my little, I had one of my little hand blenders, the Fit and Fresh one that I love to take with me places because it's so portable. So I had that in there, and I'm tapping in more of the powder mix. And as I'm doing that, I start to raise up the blender out of the coffee cup. So I've got it up here, and it's like splattering all over the place. And so I have changed 3 times today alone. There was a butter incident, there was the cocoa powder incident, and now there's the chai incident. And I'm just thinking, today is just not my day. I should go back to bed. But there is no rest for the weary and clumsy, is there? I also kind of had it sort of easy for myself as well after the party because we cooked kebabs, which are super awesome for Trim Healthy Mamas. We had chicken steak and kielbasa kebabs with tons of peppers, zucchini squash, yellow squash, onions, like everything. And I had a broccoli slaw that was Trim Healthy Mama friendly. I had all these leftovers and had myself set up, and I have gotten sick of eating chicken steak and peppers over the past like few days, and the girls are sick of it, and it's just so many leftovers. I'm pretty sure I made enough food for about 50 people, but we didn't have that many people even RSVP'd to come. So it was one of those deals where it's like, well, that was poorly thought out. But again, that whole like, I make a decision and I stick to it. So there's that. Anyhow, that's the long and the short of it for me. I'm going to go ahead and link that chai latte mix in the iCards and that Oreo chocolate that I make in the iCards if you're curious about those. And I'm just worn out. I need like a week off from the visit. So that's how my week went. I'm really hopeful that your weeks went better. I am really intending to get a little bit different meal prep done this week. I've been considering playing around with the wonderful white blender bread and turning it into a pizza crust. I still want to play around with the psyllium husk rolls in making those into a pizza crust. And I want to try, I really want to try those cheesy breads, the cheesy breadsticks from Trim Healthy Table. Jared and I really like that as a crust for our pizzas, but I really want to try making them smaller, like personal sized pizza size, and then baking them and then freezing them for future use. I really think that would be a cool thing. So I've got pizza on the brain, obviously. Let me know how your week has been in the comments, and I will see y'all next time. Bye.